1, 2, 3, funky.
Hi, I'm Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my March bullet journal setup. This video is designed for beginners, but I give tips throughout for if you're an intermediate or advanced bullet journaler. So whatever your skill set, let's go ahead and get started. For March, I decided to do a sunflower theme. I feel like March is just kind of a blah month, and I think having a fun theme would help spice it up. Now, I am not the best artist, so my sunflowers could honestly just be any type of flower. But I started off with outlining them in black so that way they pop out. Otherwise, the yellow just kind of is too pale on the page for it to really stand out. So the black outline really just helps everything pop. I took my Sakura fine liners in 0.3 to do the outline and my black brush pen to do the center. And after I finished doing all the outlining and stuff with the black, I used my yellow Tombow dual brush pen to color in the flowers. Some ways to make this page a little more advanced or fill it up would be to add some vines in the background or just fill it up with more flowers. I personally like the look of the individual flowers better than if there were a bunch of vines and little mini flowers in the background. But if you're a person that likes more of a fuller setup, then those are some ways that you could spice it up. I forgot to mention that before I colored in the petals, I erased my pencil marks. Otherwise, the pencil marks would have been permanently stuck down by the yellow Tombow pen. And I don't know about you, but I would prefer there to not be pencil marks on my flower petals. Just personal preference. Also took my black brush pen to letter out March. And I think it's really important that you let that dry before you erase so it doesn't smudge. Also, you just saw me swatching my different yellow options, and honestly they all looked pretty similar, so I just went with the Tombow one because I feel like it's better quality. But I know I've mentioned this in a few videos, I think it's really important to swatch your colors in an old bullet journal or a separate sheet of paper so you can see how that pen is going to look on your journal and you're not disappointed or surprised by the shade. Just a fair warning, the quote page is not my best work this month, but the quote that I decided to do was advice from a sunflower. We started off-centered, but I'm not super good at lettering, so the fanciest we got was writing sunflower in cursive, but personally my favorite lettering style is just the all caps. Personally, I think the quote is pretty cute. It says, advice from a sunflower, be bright and sunny and positive, spread seeds of happiness, rise, shine, and hold your head high. I think that those are pretty good words to live by, and a few ways that you could spice this up and make it a little more advanced would be to add some doodles around it, which I kind of did later on, enhancing it with my Tombow dual brush pen. Also, you could take more of a calligraphy approach to this instead of just using basic lettering like I did, but honestly, you know yourself best and what's going to turn out best for you, so more of the simplistic designs work better for me. But if you're really good at calligraphy, then obviously that would look better, but for me, I'm bad at calligraphy, so this turned out better than if I had done calligraphy. Moving on to the monthly calendar, I decided to try using a ruler this month. As you can see, that honestly did not work very well for me as I had to use the whiteout numerous times throughout this process. Now the lines look straighter and it does look nice, so I might try it again next month and maybe I'll be better at stopping drawing my lines when I need to. But if you're a person that has a shaky hand or finds it hard to draw straight lines across the full page, then this could be a good option for you. Generally, I don't have that much trouble drawing straight lines, but when I'm doing the monthly calendar and it has to be a really long straight line, they tend to look kind of on the crooked side, which is why I tried the ruler. Who knows if I'll use it again next month, but it was fun to experiment with it. I honestly just really like trying new things with this journal because it's mine, so like nothing is wrong in it. So that might be something that you keep in mind, just trying new things to see what works best for you. Of course, I'm just doing my weekly headings Sunday through Saturday and outlining it with that same yellow pen, trying to be consistent. And I'm just doing this the same that I have done the other 2 months this year, and putting the little colored dot in the corner to write the numerical date, and then writing March 2020 on the side and putting in a little drop shadow / highlight with that same yellow color.
Can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you.
Moving on to the mood tracker, this month I decided to draw a sunflower, sticking with the theme and color in the petals. However, I did need to utilize a few leaves on the stem and draw part of a sunflower in the corner to get enough things to color in. As you know, you need 31 days for March. And I have found that I really like the coloring in mood tracker the best over ones of like different lengths or any of the other styles. Just coloring in is my personal favorite style. And I think that's really important to figure out the styles that you like the best and really tailor your journal to that. For my key, I decided to use yellow, orange, and brown. So the brighter the sunflower, the happier the mood, obviously. And I just like to keep my mood tracker pages pretty simple so you can really hone in on whatever your mood is and you're not distracted by a bunch of other things going on the page. Again, this is all personal preference. I feel like it's very obvious at this point that I like the more simplistic and minimalistic spreads. The next page is my habit tracker. This page has been so consistent since I started journaling. I don't really know if I even need to explain it, but in case you haven't seen one of my videos before, I draw out a mini version of that month's calendar for each habit I am tracking, and I normally just track 4 habits: working out, drinking enough water, eating healthy food, and wearing my retainer. Then each day that I successfully complete that habit, I will color it in with a designated color for that month. For March, it'll be yellow. And then I set goals according to each month. Generally, they tend to be around this: working out 15 days, drinking water 25 days, eating healthy food 25 days, and wearing my retainer is however many days there are in that month. Again, this month I decided to use the black border with the white text to write it in, just because I really like that in February, and I don't really have a lot of other uses for my white gel pens right now since I'm trying to be a little more colorful with the themes.
Can I help it if I dream of you? If I dream of you, dream of you. Can I help it if I dream of you? I know I dream of you. Can I help it if I dream of you? I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
I also like to leave a space to write down my final counts to see how many of my goals I actually completed each month. And for the final spread, it is my gratitude spread. I have thoroughly been enjoying that this year, and I like to keep this spread very simple so I have a lot of room to write down all of the many things I am grateful for. And now it is time for the final flip through of my March bullet journal spread. If you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what theme you'd like to see in April, and be sure that you're subscribed and have the bell turned on so you can be part of the hashtag M&M Squad, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
1, 2, 3, funky.
My darling, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.